In here we have our two scrub pythons. These are native to tropical northern Australia, so part of what we do anytime we're servicing in this display is spray down with our mister, get it all nice and humid to try and replicate that kind of natural environmental feel for them. When it's not feeding time for these little frogs, quite often they'll all be huddled up into places where they feel nice and safe. Sometimes that is all together in one little pile, and other times it's a little bit more spread out. So there's 16 of them in here all together, so sometimes it can be a bit of a mission to find them all. These guys are from South America, so they one of their favourite places to hang out is actually in the little pockets of bromeliad plants high up in the canopy. And bromeliads are actually one of their really important breeding places. One really cool thing that poison dart frogs can do, which is actually what gives them their name poison dart frog, is they'll actually sequester the toxins of the insects they're eating into their own tissues, which makes them poisonous. So they can't actually produce their own toxin within their bodies. So they're taking another animal's defense strategy and adding it to their own. So now we're off to service our Boyd's forest dragons. He shares his habitat with two white-lipped tree frogs. If I was a cricket, a frog would be the most terrifying thing ever. As with all animals that rely on our tropical northern rainforests, as the climate's getting warmer and potentially getting drier and drier, that type of habitat has already receded massively. We keep going the way we are, we might lose that habitat, which in turn will mean losing these animals, unfortunately. Alright, g'day guys. Welcome to Australia Zoo. My name is Chase. With us, we've brought down some of our favourite animals that we like to talk to people about. And of course, you can't have a reptile talk without bringing down a snake. Woyomel pythons, they're a pretty cool species. They are found quite widely throughout Australia. Being a python, it does mean that the snake is non-venomous. It is what we call a constrictor, so they wrap around their prey really tight until they stop breathing and their heart stops. But there is a population of them in Queensland that is what we say is endangered. And that is because the Queensland Woyomel pythons, they rely on a type of habitat that is called the brigalow forest, which used to have a massive stretch from southeast Queensland right up north. But these days, over 90% of that type of habitat has been cleared. The zoo actually runs a conservation property called Murakan, and on that property, we actually have a very healthy population of Woyomel pythons and a lot of other species that rely on that brigalow habitat. But otherwise, guys, I hope you have a great day here at the zoo. Thank you. At the moment we're down here behind the Crocoseum getting everything ready for our main croc demo as part of the Wildlife Warriors show. I'm bringing the black-headed python out to rove in our demo as part of the snake safety portion. So when we're ready to bring the croc out into the main stadium for the show to happen, we just wait for a call from one of our spotters out in the Crocoseum. Once I receive that call, I'll let the feeders know, and then I'll wind the gate up, and then Casper will make his way out into the canal. At that point, the feeders take over. They'll get Casper to follow them through the canal system out into the Crocoseum, in which case the show happens. And while that's happening, behind the scenes is when we jump in and we do all the servicing required for the habitats. Once the show's finished, we'll get a call saying that they're ready to send the crocodile home. The gate goes back up. When the male is all the way home, I do the radio call to let the whole zoo know that the croc is secure. One of the main reasons why the croc demo is such an important part of the Wildlife Warriors show is that it runs through how to live safely alongside crocodiles. So by teaching people about the important role that they play in the environments where they're from is one of the best things that the zoo can do. So we're here at our Komodo dragon habitats. Just next to me is Inda. She's our oldest female, and we're just about getting ready to send these guys off to bed. Come on, princess. So we'll always have shields when we're working in with our Komodo dragons. They're really just a visual barrier. You simply just put the shield down between you and the dragon. And because they're a very intelligent animal, that is enough of a signal to them to say, hey, stop paying attention to that and go on their merry way. Doing like talks and demonstrations and stuff is one of my favorite parts about being a zookeeper in general, getting to share my knowledge and my passion with people and hopefully teaching them something about animals that they might not really know about, hoping that they'll care about these animals as much as I do maybe, and then take actions to help these animals into their own hands. It's one of the best things that we can do as a keeper, is trying to inspire people to take conservation into their own hands. And it's a really important part of what we do and one of the parts of this job that I enjoy the most.